And we're live. What's going on? My name is Darrell Washington. I don't know if you're watching this from the Year to Clear website, our back office, Facebook, Instagram, or maybe somebody just shared it to you. Needless to say, or regardless of where you come from, the quote above is from the movie Field of Dreams, 1989. And I remember I was a young man when I heard it. If you build it, they will come. Um, that quote sits deeply with me. A lot of people who I talk to are discouraged or might not be optimistic about the opportunities they have in life. And what I did was take this quote and applied it to myself and built it. And hopefully, y'all will come. Let's move forward. Okay, so the purpose of this presentation is to give you a visual view of what the Year to Clear Home Buyers program is and what it could be if we back behind it and if I got enough people who are engaged and interested. So below is my purpose of this presentation. I want to show a path of home ownership that can be accomplished in a year. I want to show you how we can build and repair your credit at the same time so that you're ready to buy a home in a year. I want to connect you with the resources, the mentors, the budget planners, the licensed certified professionals to help you and make sure it can happen in a realistic way within a year. So for the rest of the presentation, I'm gonna get off a screen. I'm just gonna talk you through it. If there's ever a section where you need to read, make sure you pause it so that you can read and understand. And I just don't want to distract you from all the information. So the person behind you is me. My name is Darrell Washington. I am from Centerville, Illinois. I've done 17 years in the Army. When I came back home from Afghanistan, I started credit work in 2016, and I now own a business consulting company called MNN Consultants, which stands for Making New Normals Consulting. I've always been in real estate, some way, shape, or form since 2016, and I'm a licensed life and business coach. I graduated from the Ashford School of Business with a expertise in real estate studies, and I was sponsored by Forbes. I'm a loan officer for mortgages. My previous careers or employment was with Caldwell Banker as an agent. I've been a real estate investor. I was a property management a manager for Mills Properties in Bell Fountain in Missouri, and I was also part of management with Village Green Properties. The reason why I tell you this is because I don't want you to think that I'm a random person on social media that's just talking and you don't and doesn't have the expertise or the credentials to say or make his claims. I want you to know that I took time. I do have the experience to believe and put this on paper and give you this plan. Okay, on this screen, I just attached some of my credentials. As you can see, like I said above, well before the slide, that I have a Bachelor's of Arts in Real Estate Studies. I'm a certified loan signing agent. This is my undergrad in real estate management. And this is my certificate for my mortgage class to be a loan officer. I have many more, but the reason why I attached this is because I want you guys to know that I'm not just a person who you see on social media who doesn't have a background to make a claim that he doesn't believe in or have experience in. So since I've started credit work, I've noticed that there is two common goals that people come to me and they want as far as at the end of credit repair, right? Most people come to me and they want to either start a business from scratch or maybe they need help furthering their business or they want to buy a home. For the purpose of this presentation, I'm going to focus on the people who want to buy a home. I do have a program coming out for business professionals that will be out shortly. That will be similar to this, but for the purpose of this presentation, I'm going to focus on the people who come to me and want to buy a home. Now, regardless of what the goal is, most people, if not all people who come to me, have the same issues as far as credit repair or their credit status. Obviously, they would have bad credit because they did. If they had good credit, they wouldn't need me. They might want a better service, and we can get in that later on. But there are so many different services that credit repair can offer you. You can do month to month, do it yourself, but
It's kind of like you get what you pay for. The more expensive services deem more and faster results. On top of that, they want to build the credit. Because even if you remove everything negative from your credit, if you don't have anything positive reporting, your credit score will still be low. The people who have bad credit and want to buy a house in the future, they don't have resources. They don't have someone that can walk them through creating a budget for the down payment. A realtor, somebody who knows mortgages, somebody who knows how to scout the area. They don't have that. Nor they have a plan they can actually follow that is common sense and easy to understand. And to be honest, financial accountability. That means knowing to say no when you want to buy a new car or putting away things for savings. They don't have somebody calling them saying, hey, stay focused on your goal. They don't have though a person who can sit down with them or email them or just hold them accountable to saying, hey, you told us you wanted a house and this is the plan to stick to.
On this screen, you will see CreditWorks business model. This is what we charge as of right now. It has been this way for over 2 years. We have a do-it-yourself option where we will provide the templates or the online sources and tools you can do it yourself. We have a standard option where you will pay down. This is traditionally what most credit card companies do. They give you a down payment and a monthly budget or price to pay monthly as they're going pay as you go. We have our most popular, which is the credit wipe, and we have a custom full service, which is usually 1,500 or more. Of these four options, number three and number four are the only ones that don't require a monthly payment. But let's be honest, in 2023, when things are so expensive, a Snicker is like $5,000. It's hard to come up with 700 or $1,500 for the service that works the fastest and the most effective. So most people tend to go for one or two, even though they want the results of three and four. But if you look at the column below, you will see that every choice has pros and cons. And what I've noticed is that most clients who come to me, they really need three and four. They really need the luxury and the work and the tools and the outcome of three and four. But their budget puts them around one and two because it's not tax season. We don't have a bonus from work. We don't have those funds available. We are trying to live. And on top of repairing your credit, you have to build your credit. So I thought to myself, how can I solve this problem? How can I give everybody the option to finance, but finance with the results of three and four, and build your credit on top of paying it, and even on top of repairing and building your credit? How can we discharge the debt? Now, a lot of credit repair companies, they'll remove your items from your credit report, which is good. That way you can be approved. But most credit repair companies don't know how to discharge that. That means to not only remove it, but have the creditors write it off on their taxes so that you don't owe it no money. You don't owe them money anymore. For example, if you have a Capital One account that went to collections and a credit repair company removes it from your credit report, you still legally owe that debt. Yes, you still legally owe that debt. But there's a way that we can remove it from your credit and have Capital One discharge it. So not only is it removed, it is also you lose the responsibility of having to pay it afterwards. And that's called debt discharge.
So again, I got to thinking. Sidebar, this Bitmoji looks just like me. But yeah, I got to thinking like, how can I make the best service more affordable without taking risks? Um, how can we build credit at the same time? So as I'm repairing your credit, I'm building your credit and giving you a timeline of active payment history. How can we form and build the relationship between the clients and the realtors? Let's be honest, and I'm a past previous realtor. Most realtors before you even see a house, they're gonna pre-qualify you. And most realtors, if you don't pre-qualify and get that pre-approval letter, they don't want to deal with you. They tend to only want to deal with you when your credit is ready, your finances are ready. They don't want to waste their time. So how can I build that relationship? And how can I keep the clients on task, budget, keeping their vision strong? And how can I create the resources that we need? And that's how I had this idea.
So below is the plan. Make sure you pause this video if you want to read it out, but I'm gonna briefly verbalize and go over it. So my plan is to pre-screen the realtors, the financial advisors, the bankruptcy attorney, because some people have credit that might need bankruptcy, and the mortgage approval and the lenders, which I am a mortgage lender. Well, not a lender, but a loan officer. So my idea is to pre-screen them and get them on board to be a mentor for a year, keeping you updated, and build a team. Once I have the group of mentors approved, I will recruit, which is why you're watching this video right now. I will recruit 200 plus clients. Now, the reason why 200 is powerful is because there is a term called data furniture. A data furniture is a company or entity that can report directly to Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, but they have a requirement that you have to have 200 people on your documents at one time to qualify to get verified. But let's say you sign up and 199 other people sign up. Credit work now becomes a furniture. So every time you pay us for credit repair, we then turn around and report your monthly payment to the bureaus. So simultaneously, we're fixing your credit and building your credit. The pro is as a year goes by, you're showing an active account slowly going down. As it's going down, your collections, your hard inquiries, your negatives are coming off. So you're fixing and building at the same time. And my company is also looking for opportunities for you to get credit cards unsecured. I have a price range of around $1,000. This is between three and four, not the 700, not the 15, but you'll get the best parts of both services, which includes debt discharge, which we'll use to finance for a year. So when you sign up, the payment, the overall payment will cost $1,000, but you won't pay 1,000 at one time. You'll pay roughly 134 down and $82 a month. And every month you pay, it will report to the credit bureaus that you are paying down an account worth $1,000, and you will have $1,000 installment loan, which is getting paid down. And as this year is going down, we're discharging your debt, and on top of that, we're identifying opportunities to build your credit. It's a amazing opportunity. At the end of the year, when you have your clean credit profile, we're gonna go back and pair you with a mortgage lender. You can choose myself or anybody you choose, and your realtor who you have built a relationship with. Now, if you know anything about a lot of these mortgage opportunities, they require you to have classes and courses that you need to qualify for certain programs. Like the first time homebuyers program, you need to have done a class. Our realtors who were pre-screened will invite you to these classes. So by the end of the year, you will have your classes done so you qualify for more programs. We will also have your financial advisor monthly, keeping you on budget, making sure you have your savings in case you need a down payment for your mortgage, making sure you're putting away your money. You have all of the people that you need. Your credit is getting fixed, and a person is keeping you accountable for your finances. This is the plan. This is the golden ticket that I believe in, and I believe that we can do. Now, I wouldn't be myself without identifying the cons. Unlike previous programs prior to this one, the monthly payment activity gets reported. So once you make a payment on time, it goes to your credit and your credit goes up. However, if you miss a payment, if you're late on a payment, that activity also gets reported. So before you sign up, if you do want to sign up, understand that this monthly payment has to be on time. You have to commit to this. This is what makes it worth it to me, where I can handle the risk. Because prior to now, I would have clients sign up, and the rest of the month, I'm chasing you down to make a monthly payment. I don't want to call you for that. I hate doing that, and you don't want me to call you for that. If this program gets approved, I will no longer accept money directly. All fees will go directly to the bank, and the bank will report it. So I cannot handle or lie or hide the fact if you're late or on time. So again, if you sign up for this program, understand you cannot be late. So to reiterate, this is how it will work. Even though you're paying a fee that is cheaper than a standard program of 150, you're only paying 130. You are getting the service of 700 and 1500. So although you're paying only $135 roughly down, you are getting the same service as anybody who will pay 700 from the rip, from the get go. So this is when you see people post results on my page or on Facebook or my Instagram of those fast results, you are getting the exact same service, but you're getting it on a monthly finance basis. You are getting this same service finance for a year, and you're only paying $1,000, and it's reporting every active positive payment that you're making. You're getting your credit built at the same time. You're getting a financial advisor. This is a full package that you're getting on a finance term. So finally, I'm gonna go over the last goal of this, and it's creating the resources that we all need. Now, at the bottom of the screen, there's a question. Now, take away tax season, take away a bonus from work on a regular Monday. Can you name for yourself five people who will have available and able to lend you $1,000 at any given time? I'm be honest with you, I couldn't do it. I might know one or two who have the funds and have them available. Now, I cannot tell you how many times I was working with a client. They were weeks away from closing on a property, but their credit card utilization was maxed out. And all they needed was somebody to loan them $1,000 to pay the card down, let the card report, and then get the money back. But again, without it being tax season, without it being a bonus, people don't have that type of resource available. But with this program, we will. So my goal is to take some of the revenue that I'm producing from this program, add business credit to it, and create what I would call a filler. Now, this is not a loan. That is a whole different category. This is a filler. So, for example, let's say you're in that situation and you have a credit card that is maxed out. And if you just paid the 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 down and let the card post, your score would jump up and you can close your house. What we would do from year to clear is pay down your credit card directly. Again, this is not a loan. We will directly mail Capital One, for example, a check, and we'll let that payment report. Your score will go up, and your credit will not limit you from being approved for your mortgage. Once the statement date hits and your score is up, we will then come back and run that payment back off your credit card. And by doing this, with doing this, we won't even charge you the interest that you would get charged getting a personal payday loan. The interest on this could be 150 for $1,000. So you'll borrow 1,000, which we'll pay directly to the credit card company, for example. Then once it reports, you will pay us 150, and the 150 you can pay us in 3 months, three payments of $50. And now that you have your home, your mortgage now, and your rent is lower. I'm sorry, your mortgage is lower than your rent. You could then attack that $1,000. And I'm gonna tell you like this: I would rather owe $1,000 in my brand new home than owe $1,000 and be in a house that I don't want to live in. Let's use this company and this program to get the type of resources that we need. In other situations, I will have a client come to me, and a client will have a credit card that's open, but they have 500 missed payments. In credit repair, we call that a wash. That credit card needs to be closed down. But let's say that credit card has missed payments and maxed out. What You're the Clear will do is pay, we'll sign an agreement, and we will pay off your credit card and then close it. So let's say, for example, you owe $1,000. After 6 months of paying on time, you will have 2 times throughout this year to use this resource. We will pay your Capital One card off for $1,000 directly, and then you will finance the 1,000 back to us. Well, as you're financing the 1,000 back to us, even that is building your credit. And that $1,000 that we're gonna charge you on will be a lower interest than you can get anywhere else. If you get a personal payday loan, and some of you might know, you're almost paying double what you borrow. You borrow 1,000, you're paying back 2,000. What if you can borrow 1,000 and pay back 300? These are just ideas, and we don't have the exact terms and exact numbers. We will, but this is the idea that I have, that if we get enough people to support this, we can create the resources that we all wish we had.